Hello everyone, nice to meet you today. It's 10 a.m. in São Paulo in Brazil and 3 p.m. In France. We organized this webinar after attending the In Cosmetics Latina last week. And we would like today to share with you the main testing trends and beauty trends of this amazing market of Latin America, mainly Brazil, but also other countries from Latin America like Colombia, Chile, Argentina, and also including Mexico. I was really thrilled to visit Brazil. It was my first time there. After 30 years visiting other countries in Latin America, and I found the beauty market really interesting and the testing trends answering specific needs of consumer and specific ways to evaluate the products, cosmetics and personal care, and also ingredients in relation with the testing market. So first of all, I am really thrilled to welcome Ariana Estevão Dias today. She will give us an overview of the beauty market. So I will let her introduce her presentation for 10 minutes. Then after I will share with you the testing trends I've noticed for Latin America. Then after, Dr. Leila Bloch from ProSkin will join us. If she cannot join us in live, we have a special video, and then we can answer your question directly. Thank you very much. I let the floor to Ariana. Please, Ariana, can you share your presentation with us?
Yeah, so good morning for me, good evening for you.
I can't see your camera.
You can see?
No.
Let's see. Is it possible now?
Yes, that's great. Yeah, everything okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And can you hear me very well?
Yes, I can see your presentation. I can see you on the camera, and I hear you very well.
Okay, so first I would like to thank you, Anne, and your team for the invitation. It's really a pleasure for me to talk about hair. I think that every Brazilian woman is kind of crazy about hair. It's a natural condition, I think, and for me it's really a passion. This is some kind of my work at over the 20 years, and we are now talking about the beauty of the hair care market. I have the opportunity during my career, and it was possible for me to understand more and more about hair. I began first doing strategic plan at Johnson & Johnson, and then I went to Natura. It was a national company at that moment, so the lab is I was at the headquarters, and the lab was just above me. And so at that time, I learned not only the innovative and marketing principles, but also it was very easy to access R&D. So it was possible to study the functions of every ingredient that they presented to us, and to understand the functions of that in the consumer needs. So the consumers in Brazil, they need that, and I have some ingredient that's possible to do that. So I'm the person that link the 2 points. And then I went to L'Oréal, and I traveled the whole country by understanding each kind of hair, each kind of damages, and why we do like that, or habits and things like that. So I become a Brazilian hair specialist. And so I think it's very, and I like a lot to share all the studies that I did and all these researches that I participate. And so the first good news I have, this is good news for Brazilian market, is that 2023, we returned to the top 3 of global hair market. We have only United States and China as the first and second. And so we increase almost 12% compared to the previous year. This is I taken care a lot of Euromonitor International, okay? And this result was higher than the global growth. What I think it's a very good news, especially because we are talking about economies, a poor economy, okay? So this is important to understand that Brazilian women invest a lot in hair. Even if the economy is not so good, they will invest in hair. And so we will grow the Brazilian market is expected to grow more than global growth, okay? So we are in 55%, and the global market is expected to grow 35%. This is how this miracle happens. I think we have to, it's not only because Brazilian women try everything, we are look for innovative, we're look for new products by understanding benefits or results. But also, for example, there's a new research here telling that we in Brazil, we put 7 hair products at the same day in your hair. Can you imagine? And I think in Europe it's 3. The research is telling 3, but you can tell me better, okay? But 7 products, it means shampoo, conditioner, leave-in mask, oil, and this is our reality, okay? Not only, but also we do lots of procedures. So we 98% of Brazilian women dye the hair. We do relaxing, we do hot, we do everything. And so we have to treat. So we are growing also the market because there's something related to health hair, because we have to take care now more than we are used to. So this is not a magical, but we can totally explain that. If it's not clear, please, and just told me, okay? Here is the position from the players here. This is from Mordo Intelligence, so Procter, L'Oreal, J&J, Natura, Unilever. So it's very concentrated in 5 players. But we have lots of national brands, and they sell much less than that. But they existed a lot. Is some regional ones that understand some needs from this region, because we have a huge country and we have different water, we have different temperature, even different social context. So there, although it's concentrated in these 5 big players, we have a lot of national brands. And that's what I did also. I launched my brand because I understand there was some space, okay? And I think when we study hair, from my point of view, it's very important to consider, okay, all kinds of hair, the chemical understanding, all the clinical study. This is more than important, this is basic, okay? But I like to understand the social context of everything, because I think it can drive you to a very specific need, or understand how better will be a product or how better will be a service. So we begin here, and I will put some photos for you. I begin in 19. I'm talking about the global market, because in Brazil it was not was born yet. So you can see the first shampoo photo that I have, and then we can see the first liquid shampoo from Breck. They launched the first liquid shampoo. And here we can see the big ones, okay? Vela, that was launched in the war. L'Oreal, that allows women to be blonde. And Pantene with all this styling, wonderful products, okay? And so we have a context. Here we have the curly hair, because in the war, we don't have money, and so we need curly hair. And so Vela invented something and was launched. Here, the first advertising that we have from Brazil, you see shampoo ovo creme, it means shampoo egg cream. So imagine that's not a claim, is not tested, is not a clear benefit, but it was like that, okay? And it's not so long a time ago, okay? When we see in 60, what happens here is, and so everything got colored. The cinema got color, the magazines got color. So you see a lot of hair, color in hairs, red hair, blonde hair, because this is the social contest of the moment, okay? Everything was color, so we have to dye the hair. And you see here in Brazil, this is in 1917, this is too new for me, because we only treat hair with a shampoo and a conditioner, and it's called creme rinse. That means a very, very non-technology name, and that's how we treat it. And everything changes before that, because we begin to relax our hair. So from 19 on, the focus shifts to hair treatment, because the social context was you have to be blonde and you have to be with straight hair. So you imagine in a country that almost 60% of the women have curly hair, it was mandatory to have straight hair, because you will be accepted in a social context, because you will be better, you will have better jobs, you have the girls wanted you in the school, you have all this content saying, oh, you have curly hair, oh, I'm sorry about that. So this is very important to understand why we have lots of products that relax and straight hair, and it was a boom here in Brazil. So from my point of view, this is some kind of points that we have to understand the social context in order to understand hair, because hair means a lot to us here, and we will always try to be accepted by our hairs. And if you put at the end of the day, I like to understand that, because what we want at the end of the day, we want to be blonde or with curly, but we want shine, we want movement, we want this softy taste that's so important to us. This is what we want at the end of the day, okay? So we can try to study a lot, but when we consider benefits from the hair, we have to put everything, we want no frizz, and Brazilian women have some kind of, I don't want to wait, for example, 3 months to do that. So the much miracle the product is, it will be more acceptable. That's what happens here, okay? And we are always trying to understand what will come next, okay? So I put here something, a lot of things, because I think we have to evaluate all these things. You see the first woman here, and it's right, so libre, it's I'm free. And so this movement here in Brazil, it means that not only she's free, she's meaning something of feminism, yes, she's saying something that no is no, me too, and things like that. But this means also that she's free not to straight the hair. She's free to use the curly hair she wants, the curly hair she have, and it's very beautiful. But she had to hide that for so many times. So I think this I'm free is very important for us to understand how we would develop new products or new services, or consider to touch this woman in order to say, come on, I have a product. Or how would you like that I will test the product? Would you like to say, oh, it's dermatologically tested? Or would you like to say, oh, you don't have dioxide titanium or some ingredient that's very considered not very good, and you have to put in the claim? Or would you like us to put in the claim, you can use that for 5 years without having some concentration of some ingredient in your hair? We have to understand that. We have also to understand the fashion. Yeah, here you have fashion, and yeah, when you have your hair will be considered in your clothes, together with your clothes. So we have to understand what's happening there. It's not to be, oh, I have to be fashion, but it's just to understand the trends. Okay, when you talk about technology, this is from L'Oreal. Okay, this is the color, the machine color that you just launched, and you can dye your hair at your home. So this is a new trend. It will be like we saw people talking about television, I don't know, 15 years ago, but said, no, television will not be okay, or computers will not succeed. And suddenly we don't live without a computer. So this kind of machines calls our attention in order to say, wow, every woman now is going to take care of your hair alone in your house, or with a friend, or with a professional in your house, or no? I think we have a pandemic, and this, at least in Brazil, it changed quite a bit our habits, because lots of women understand and try to dye their hairs inside at home, because we can't allow the white ones. And so I think we have to understand new behaviors. What happens in pandemic? What changed? What kind of think the woman have now? Oh, it's not possible to take care of my hair inside my house, or it's possible? I don't know. I think we have to research things like that. We have to talk with women. Okay. We have also.
Ariana, I think that we will have some time for the question session at the end of the presentation. So do you have some other specific things to finish your presentation, and then I can take the follow-up?
Yeah, I think it's that. I think you have to consider technology, behavior, fashion. We have also the women with 60 and more, that they are now changing the way of taking care of the hair, and men, because all the time I've been in the industry, they said, oh, this will be the main boom, taking care of the hair, and we have already. So I think you have to put together and consider what's going to happen. I think it's that. And
thank you very much, Ariana. You stay with us, and then after my presentation and the presentation of Dr. Bloch, we will come again and have the opportunity to answer the question we will have. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So now I will give you some information about the testing market. So, So I will first give you the context of the Brazilian beauty market after Ariana's presentation about hair care. Then we will focus on hair care, pigmentation and complexion, and sun care. So first of all, it was really a great surprise to discover the beauty market in Brazil last week for me. What we can notice and what we can remember of this incredible market is that the population is very young. Even there is a declining demography since a few years, and also what surprised me is really the diversity of the population, the mixity. Even you are traveling in US, you meet black people, you meet Latinos, you meet white people. But what is really surprising in Brazil is that even there are social difference, you see this mixity, and this mixity is a reality of every day, coming from this mixing of indigenous ethnies and European ethnies, and also before in the 19th centuries, but also black ethnies coming from the slavery period, and even after the Second War with the European. And what was surprising also is to see Asian ethnies, because there were Japanese coming from the early 1908. So you see that there are these mix. So it's really surprising, and it's a real concern for the beauty context, but also for the testing, because you can't consider the type of skin as we are used to, like Asian people, African people, skin, Caucasian skin, etc. So that was very one of the main points. Secondly, I would like to share with you this map. I'm regular do it. I did it for after in cosmetics in April, giving the main trends for the European market. We did it for New York, because each market is influenced by in a different manner by different elements. And then here, that was the Korean beauty for the Korean market, and here it's Latina. You can find this mapping in the PDF file we share in every articles of the cosmetic news. So what can we do about the Latin America and the Brazilian market? Obviously, the Brazilian market is the biggest one, with more than 200 million of people. It's the main market. It's an emerging market, and also what's important is that there are Mexican, there are Mexico, there is Colombia, and there is Chile and Argentina, but Brazil is really the first one. What I notice, and what we can say about the beauty market impacting the testing is the lifestyle changes and the inclusivity for real, what I just told you about. The digital experience is not that main importance, but in the main importance, I will consider the lifestyle changes, the skin physiology focus, with this question of humidity resistance because of the climate, because of the warm, and so the need of long-lasting and sweat-proof and waterproof. It's a real that influence really the beauty market and the testing. also the formulation, because there are a lot of local demands, indie brands, and answering the Brazilian skin types. With the hair texture, you can find everything. You can find all the types and mix of for hair, but also for skin. And then the third main point is the testing technology. We saw that I had the opportunity and the honor to visit different laboratories, and I really want to thank the team of Cosmoscience in Campinas, the team of ALS in Campinas too, the team of Medicine in Osasco, and the team of ProSkin with Leila Bloch to have opened their door of their laboratory to allow me to see how it's organized, how the study are run, and what equipment they have. So it was really interesting for me. So what I saw is that many testing companies are speaking about explant testing, and they do explant testing because there are a lot of chirurgical and they have a lot of skin and even hair scalp coming from the chirurgy. So that was surprising. And what we can see is that all the testing labs that are involved in clinical testing have also in vitro testing, because it's quite regular, and we can see that EpiSkin, one of their first destination for their new subsidiary was in Brazil, because EpiSkin they provide a 3D model, so they have their own production, manufacturing of 3D model in Brazil, and since long time. So that was this, and there is a lot of innovation regarding testing, because regarding because of taxes, because of politics, import of instrumentation is quite difficult, and it's very expensive. So most of the testing lab had already developed their own methodology for hair care and answering the need they have locally. So they are really innovative for a specific method. What we can say, we can consider environmental changes, tropical climate, and what we noted, I attended a presentation from Monitor and another one in Cosmetics Latina, and one person precised that last year there were 9 heat waves. So that's a lot. So Brazil is very impacted by the environmental changes, and it's impacting also the sun care consumption. So that's to take into account. And then what's important also is the regulation constraints. The Anvisa, it's the Brazil Health Regulatory Agency, and every test conducted on human has to be declared and have to have to pass the ethic committee. So that's very important. For example, in Europe, it's only for invasive method, but in Brazil, it's for all the method, everything. So that's what I wanted to tell you about this mapping. So about the context of the Brazilian, you can find, I will go quite rapidly. So a lot of Brazilian brands. The Dupes culture is there too, and it's like other market, between innovation and tradition with ingredients from the forest, and innovation to answer this very dynamic market, and the consumer of in Brazil and in Latin America are very dynamic. So what's more, here I've focused what we can remember about testing. It's I will not, a lot of sun care needs to be evaluated. Deodorants also, there is an increase of deodorant consumption with more than 15%, and also hair care, as Ariana told you. All the testing labs are doing HREPT with sensitive skin also. What we knew also is that dermatological approval, it's very well appreciated evaluation. And dermocosmetics, it's also very important in South America, with representing 20% of the. And that's all. So before giving you some trends, I will just show you what you can see on SkinOps. Here it's the main home page, so it's really easy to log in and to sign up. Just wait for a few minutes or hours, because every profile is validated to be sure that this information, the content of the platform is shared with the right people. So here you see on the map with the providers that there are not a lot of testing laboratories in South America. There is one in Mexico, two in Colombia, and then in Brazil we can see CIDP. You found them also in India, in Mauritius Island, and in Romania. And then you have other one here. But regarding this huge market that represents South America, it's not a lot. And Cosmoscience, with 200 people, I will say that it's the second biggest lab in South America, but it's from Brazil. And ALS is from, it's an Australian company, but they have, it's a big group. I will say that it's the second testing group in the world, with 9 centers, 9 other facilities, mainly in North America and some in Spain. So both mainly they are providing in vitro and in vivo testing. Here, if we look here, you can see, you find for each specific data sheet, and for each data sheet you have the information of what they do and all the tests. And after, you can see also, you can search for efficacy. If you are looking for example, deodorant or even moisturizing, as it's quite a classical method. You find here the way to see, to look at hydration, and you say, okay, I only want hydration, to study hydration. I don't want score, I don't want structure. So you validate, and then here in the country, you directly select South America, and you find 8 providers, and you can directly see the method, and you can register this method if you like in your new project. You can make your notes, and then you can also select this company and send directly an email that's very easy, and then you find here your messaging system and the answer of the several companies. So, and after you have the same here for preclinical, and if I want to search, for example, about UV testing, I can directly go here in the South America. It's in Brazil, and then I have all the service providers that are able to answer my question about UV evaluation and sun protection factor. So that's what I wanted to share with you. One last thing is that here you have the news, and here it's the cosmetic testing news from Skin Hubs, and here you have a little search engine, so you can directly select what you like, what you are looking for, and you get the direct information. And to finish my presentation here, I wanted to focus on hair with a specific instrumentation like combined machine developed by the Brazilian testing laboratories. The diversity of hairstyle and type that I already told you about, and the climate, humidity, and warm with specific chamber. What we see about hair testing, it's we can use also specific visio scan from Courage et Casaca. Instrumentation is well available in South America. And after for pigmentation and complexion, I think that there is a focus on face overall analysis and skin globe analysis with the main focus on long lasting. For makeup, we can see that there are a lot of, we speak about skinification of makeup. I will say that it's the claims that are linked to the makeup. It's not only the foundation, but it's also the efficacy on wrinkles, on firmness, on moisturizing. That is very important. And the sebum control, the pore size, the pore pigmentation is very important. Sun care, I explain you how to use the platform. So there are mainly in vitro and in vivo evaluation with everyone is aware about the new HDRS method. So every labs in South America is waiting for the latest approval by ISO of the hybrid method. But within next year, everything will be ready, I think. So I did that with you. So now my presentation is finished, and I think that Mrs. Dr. Leila Bloch is not available at the moment because she's a dermatologist, and she was busy this morning in the Brazilian time. So she shared with us a presentation. I will do it.
Hello everyone, I'm Leila Bloch. I'd like to thank all the Skin Hubs team and mainly Charpentier for the invitation. So I'll talk about trends in Brazilian testing. Last week we had in cosmetics, Latin America. And I'm a dermatologist. I have more than 20 years of experience and more than 15 years working at testing labs. I'm now the medical director of ProSkin Cosmetic Research. And in the cosmetics industry, clinical studies are crucial to ensure the safety, and you all know that. And Brazil is considered a living lab for hair because we've got all the 8 hair types from de la Métrie, and also this unique characteristic of Brazilian skin. We have like high phototypes and all the phototypes also. just like in the picture, and we have Asian panel of skin also. And after COVID pandemic, we have increasing the importance of cosmetics among consumers, and there is a greater purchase intention among Brazilians. And on average, Brazilians, they spend more than 10% of their purchasing power on hygiene and beauty products. We've also had in the last year and in 2024 also the heat waves. So we're in a tropical country, and we've modified our routine, increasing the consumption of hygiene and shower products, because now we are taking 2 to 3 showers a day. So more soaps, more shampooing, more deodorants. And ProSkin is ready to offer solutions for testing for soaps and deodorants. So we offer sniff tests, soap chamber, antiperspirant tests, proof of effectiveness. And Brazilian hair market is a promising cosmetic market. Brazilian women, they use around 7 products in their daily routine, and ProSkin is able to offer, due to these equipments like combing equipment, temperature and humidity chamber, so that you can use the hair claims in your products, such as hair loss due to breakage, oil reduction, anti-dandruff, anti-hair loss effect, combability, shine assessment, because we have a gloss meter, also anti-freeze, curl maintenance, hair and beard growth, because we have a software called TrichoScan, so we can measure the phases of the hair and the hair cycle, so that you can use the claims of hair growth, anti-hair loss. We can even test lotions and nutraceuticals, and we can offer salon tests. We have a hair therapist to performance tests, trained hairdressers, and performing of sensory evaluation of hair products also. And the makeup market after the pandemic has grown 141% in the last year. So people are returning to go outside. They're working outside again. So the makeup sector returned with strength and full growth. And we are able as ProSkin to perform these makeup tests, such as eyelash, curl, makeup durability, transfer test, hydration, oil control, eyelash extension, eyelash volume. At ProSkin, we have this equipment from Canfield called Review. It can evaluate the skin aging, the wrinkles, the texture, the general appearance of the skin, the blemish. It can make also the quantification of inflammatory skin lesions. And so image analysis, we know that it's an extremely important tool for effectiveness of cosmetic products with percentage, quantitative and qualitative results. And we're able to offer this at ProSkin Cosmetic Research. And many people, they do have, due to humidity and our phototype, they are prone to oil skin. And so we have all these cura de casaca parameters, so that we have products for oil skin, mattifying products, clean skin effect, products for a dry touch, anti-oiliness, and studies for controlling and reducing the oiliness in oil skin, for instance, using sebometer. Also, there is this skinification process in sun protectors. So the sun protective market in Brazil is huge, and we can perform in vitro sun protector tests with critical wave line, UV transmittance analyzer, and also in vivo in partnership. And in Brazil, Brazilians, they care a lot about the body. So we say that body is the new face, body on top. So we perform studies for cellulitis, reduction of anthropometric measurements, adipometry tests, 3D imaging analysis also for the body. And ProSkin is based in the same building as a dermatology office. So ProSkin Lab is integrated with a dermatology office that offers also an operating room. And due to that, we can perform studies post-peeling, post-laser, post-fillers, post-procedures with calming effect. And we have a medical team of 6 dermatologists and other medical specialties. We can perform skin biopsy with hematoxylin using colors. We measure the elastin, the collagen. We can provide hair follicles for your in vitro or in cultural ex vivo studies for hair. So we are open to partnerships with our clients and standardized studies. And which is new is that we have this electroencephalogram for the measurement of emotions, studying neuroscience. So these are like behavioral studies. So you can measure which emotion is caused by the use of your cosmetic or your fragrance product, including this well-being state that is up in Brazil and around the world. And also those claim supports dermatologically tested, clinically tested, and dermatologically recommended also, hypoallergenic, non-comedogenic, ophthalmologically tested, gynecologically, pediatrically approved by dentistries also. And the safety tests, skin compatibility, human repeated insulation tests, primary irritability, cumulative irritability, dermal sensitization, comedogenicity, actinogenicity. And we offer a team with a 300-degree solution. We have a bank of volunteers of 2,000 and it's growing. We can perform detailed studies, always with ethics committee, with competitive pricing. We are a multidisciplinary and experienced team. And I'd like to thank you all for your attention. We are based in the center in a good location in São Paulo. These are our contacts, the commercial phone from our team, our website, and with the QR code for WhatsApp, for LinkedIn, for our ProSkin Lab Instagram. And also if you have any doubts, I'm willing to help you and solve these doubts. This is my personal email and my contacts with Instagram also. So now we are able to answer your doubts. And once again, I'd like to thank you for your attention and thank all the Skin Ops team for inviting me for this webinar on Brazilian testing. Thank you.
So what I propose is that we will give your direct email sending to all attendees, so people can contact you directly with your phone number and email. And is there any question for Ariana? I have a question for you, Ariana. I was thinking that regarding this incredible variety and mixity of hair types, how the global cosmetic brands are answering these needs, on your opinion?
Well, when we research, can you hear me?
Sorry?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I think when we do research in Brazil, we are kind of doing research all over the world because we have all kind of hair here. So we can do a segmentation and said, oh, this is all kind of curly hair we have. Oh, this is all kind of relaxed, then the relaxed one. So I think you have to consider, you can consider a country like Brazil or a country that have lots of types of hair, and you do research in the country, and then you do some links with the country you need to launch the products, okay? So you need to launch in USA, or you're going to understand more about here in USA. I think the comparisons are a very good way to understand. So if you have this kind of group of hair here, and you have in the other country you have this kind of group of hair here, and so understanding the products, the ingredients, and how they result, the benefits they result. I think when we compare, it's a very smart way to do.
Okay. There is another question about sun care. How do you perceive the current trends in sun care products in Brazil from a consumer perspective, particularly in terms of UV filter combination and the desired skin feel? Leila, I don't know if we can hear you again. No, we don't. Mr. Baumeister, thank you very much for this question. I will say that to answer your question, I'm not specialist of UV filter combinations, but what I think it's in terms of skin feel and texture, what is very important is to consider the climate. While spreading sun care protection with a high humidity rate and high temperature, it's really not the same than when it's 25 degrees or so. That's, I will say that will be for me the main points. And after the waterproof is very important. So almost all the sun care protection are evaluated under water resistant and very water resistant test. And then in the term of consumer, what I heard about is that it's a question of packaging. People like to, because of the question of budget, the consumer like to buy a smaller quantity of products, and then it's easy for them to buy a small quantity of sun care product. That's what I will say about sun care.
Can I try to contribute as a consumer?
Yes.
I think one thing that's very important is a lot of Brazilian women have oil skin. And so I think this feeling of more oil in the skin is something that we really avoid for sure, because you have higher temperatures. For example, in the beach, 30, it's as minimum. So, and you have the hot and the oil. So, and with already an oil skin, I think the being dry is something that we look for.
Yeah, I heard about that speaking to evaluation manager during in Cosmetics Latina, and one of the main fear of the consumer is to have sweat when it's coming to sweat, and so it's really it's very important to validate the good use of the product, the good application of the product in this condition of climate. reducing the sweat impact on the products, like so the texture of makeup, of foundation, of even all makeup products, and also skincare. It's considering this because, as you say, Ariana, the oily skin is more common, and also because of the climate, these normal condition of use that are impacting the sweat resistance of the product.
And Mr. Braunmeister is asking about UV protection for hair. Yes. I think the last 5 years we are talking about the damage that the hair causes in our hair, and more it's easy to say to the consumers, you can see and we do lots of tests in shops, okay? Oh, you can see your hair without the protection, or your hair with the protection. I think from 5 years from now, it's easy to understand how consumers is looking for some UV protection. The thing is very different, because you can in your skin, you can totally understand at the moment, because it will be red, it will hurt or something like that. But in the hair, it's not in the same day, okay? It's a long-lasting process. But I think we from the industry, and also dermatologists, I think dermatologists they explain a lot about these damages to their, I'm sure Leila talks about the sun protection for skin, for hair. I think we are creating this conscience by saying, take care, you have to protect your hair, and consumers are already looking for that. Junada, you're welcome.
Yeah, now it's almost 4 o'clock. I will really thank you, Ariana, for your presentation, and Leila for joining us. Even there is this live problem of connection and sound, but I was really thrilled to discover this market last week in Brazil. Skinos will definitively come back to Brazil next year because there are a lot to do and a lot to learn about skin care, body care, evaluation. It's really an amazing market, Latin America. And I will suggest you to look at the recorded version and the PDF we will send you. And if you have any question related to tolerance testing or efficacy testing under dermatological control, just please contact Dr. Leila Bloch. I was really honored to visit her laboratory last week in São Paulo. It's a very well organized lab, a lot of energy and opportunity to do custom protocol with specific Brazilian customer subjects. So it was really a real discovery of how to evaluate sun care, hair care, and skin care in the Brazilian condition. So thank you very much. Feel free to send us your comments and or question, and don't hesitate to have a look to the platform. All the tests are updated regularly method on testing, so you can find everything by yourself, but we remain at your disposal if you have any specific question. Thank you very much for your attention, and I hope this webinar was very interesting for you and for your next testing project. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Have a good day. Bye-bye.